Dear brothers and sisters, the world today is somewhat reverse of what it was in the beginning of Christian era. We saw that the pagan Roman Empire, it fell because of Christianity, because of the church and the saints. They had the patience to endure all kinds of sufferings, all kinds of persecution, pressure, restrictions, and they spiritually won. Okay? They had much stronger vision, much stronger will than the pagan world, and this victory overthrew Satan. Okay? He was unable to control the whole society. What is happening now is somewhat reverse. The devil has accumulated so much experience and strategies of seducing people, whole societies, that now he's trying to seduce the whole world, to build the regime of Antichrist eventually. Step by step, it's going like an enemy. Now in the war, the enemy is taking chunks of the army of the opposing army, taking chunks, then chunks and chunks, and then like in the World War II, they were trying to get another chunk, but the protection was too thick. Okay, the army was too thick. They were unable to do it, and they were pushed back. So this is what is happening now. Okay? The Antichrist, he is trying to gain, okay, different aspects of human life. Okay, spiritual, society, economic-wise, in many aspects. Okay, in the past 50 years, this coup d'état was being prepared, but recent time it was very, like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Recent year and a half, trying to do it fast. Okay, and there are two ways the devil is any enemy. Okay, in any kind of war, there are two ways to overthrow the enemy. One way, if it's a bad guy, okay, if it's a bad guy trying to overthrow a good guy, okay. One thing is to create some pressure on the enemy and make him, okay, break him, okay, make his will break up, okay, and he'll surrender. Another way is to use blackmail, okay, is to use some kind of okay, threat, telling, okay, we will do something with your family, and then he will surrender. These two methods, they are related. Okay, this is also some kind of pressure. We'll say something bad will happen to you, to your family, to something, and okay, at some point you won't stand. Okay, you'll say, okay, I give up. Okay, so what is happening now is the competition of wills. Okay, we saw in the ancient times as the will of Christians, of the church, overthrew the will of these pagans who were also trying to do something, but they failed eventually. Okay, and now we have this will that is trying to break us. Okay, and we are much weaker than the Christians of the early times. Our faith, our will is much weaker, and we don't have such a clear vision as they had at that time. And this is why the hope that the devil has is that we will be just, we'll say, it's enough, I fail. We have many examples of competition of wills in the family. The two spouses, they have different opinion, different ideas. Okay, at the end,
it will be the will. Who is gonna be stronger in will, be ready to wait much longer. Another one will fail at some point. Okay, no matter if he's right, he's wrong, he can fail. Okay, and the same principle we see in spiritual life. Some sinful idea comes to our mind. It's there. Okay, we have it there. We withstand. We don't want to do any sin. But eventually it's trying to say us, this is the only way. You have to do it. It's a sin. It's your okay. Without it, you're gonna suffer. You won't be able to bear that. And at some point we fail and we say, okay, I cannot wait any longer. I cannot fight any longer, and we do the sin. So the goal is to endure all through and get stronger, win and get stronger. Okay, we see in the Revelation of John that the Lord is telling, write to the angel of the church of Pergam, endure till the death, and I will give you the crown, the wreath of life. You need to have patience, great patience. So our task now has to be, I think you know what I'm talking about, right? Our task has to be, no matter 1 year, 2 years, 50 years, I need to endure some kind of situation, okay, unpleasant. I will go and do it, okay? It's inconvenient, we have so much pressure and stuff like that. When Antichrist comes, he will also have this thing. He'll say, you need to be in the system. I need to put my mark on you, some on the right hand, some on the forehead, and without this you cannot buy and sell. And that means that your children cannot go to school, you cannot travel, you cannot go here and there, and you cannot, it's complete lockdown, and you're even illegal, okay, if you don't have it. So people will say, well, it's so inconvenient to be without it, I cannot leave my family, okay. It's also always telling you there are good reasons for that. Okay, look, your family, don't think about yourself, think about your family, think about other people, think about the health of other people. Okay, it will find so many things to persuade you to accept it, and most people will accept it. Okay, and we see that all those regimes that we had, like Nazism, it was beginning with policies, okay, some very convincing. All the population, they embraced all those policies that the German Nazi party was proposing in the beginning. It was quite logical and evident for the good of people and things like that. It was not as cruel and nasty as it got later, okay, in implementing those policies. Same with communism. Why so many people followed and believed in this thing? Because it was quite convincing and for the benefit and against the bad guys and things like that. But eventually Gulag and all those persecutions, the church was almost destroyed, and we know many other things, okay? So, and also, of course, it was pushing. Before any revolution, there is this also competition of wills, okay? For maybe 50 years, okay? The Russian Revolution happened after 50 years of intensive preparation, that people got really tired of heavy burdens, low wages, okay, all kinds of economic troubles. War eventually broke out, and okay, and they said, okay, it's enough, The monarchy also had always this pressure. You see people don't like you, you see you're not popular, you see the country is going to hell with all the problems, financial, war, and all kinds of stuff. Okay, eventually the monarchy also said, I cannot bear anymore, okay, finish. And then we have revolution and we have all those things. So similar thing, what is happening now, there was a preparation of at least 50 years of intensive preparation for what is happening now. And now, of course, they are hoping that they'll get the whole chunk and they'll conquer and they'll take it to the next level. But our task is to have as much patience as we may need, okay? Be it 50 years, any number of years, okay? With the Lord's help, there was one situation with the Saint Sava of Palestine, when they had no food in the monastery, okay? And the manager of the monastery, he came and he said that, you see, we don't have any food, so we don't call the brethren for the food for the divine liturgy on Saturday and Sunday. We have the divine services every weekend, and also common meal together. And so this weekend we don't do it because we have nothing. We don't have any bread, we don't have any water, any drinks, and we have nothing, okay? And he said, well, the Lord said that don't care about the physical, earthly stuff. Care about spiritual, and I will provide whatever you need. So let us just pray, don't worry. Call the brethren. And the night before that, 30 cows loaded with all kinds of stuff, okay, grain and all kinds of food and drinks, they come, some people, they were moved, and they've donated this to the monastery. So they come and he is saying, okay, maybe we should cancel, now what do you say? And he was ashamed, he said, sorry for my unbelief. He repented, that manager. So we can see that. We need to be able to withstand as long as needed. The devil and the Antichrist is no more than just, it's like cardio, that running machine, okay, that you run, you do cardio, okay, or elliptic, okay, yeah, some kind of training machine, okay. If you run, you get stronger, okay. But if you don't run, if you say I'm tired, or I don't feel like running, then you're thrown out, okay. You're thrown out. So the same thing. And Jesus said, whoever wants you to walk 1 mile with him, walk 2 miles. Even more. You want to have lockdown for 5 years? I'm ready for 10. I'm ready for 20. Okay. At least we need to have this in our heart. So let us be really strong in our will for Christ, for ministry of the Lord, to withstand any length of trial, be it even persecution, be it whatever, okay, and we will win, okay. We know the Cold War, okay, also two wills competing for like 30-40 years. Eventually the socialist camp fell away, okay. This also was no hot conflict. So this is very often this is what happens, and the devil is using this way to conquer the people. Okay? He's trying to win back the souls of people to become enslaved by sin, by his way of life, of social relationship, ideology, and he hopes that everybody's getting tired, sick and tired of it, and they just surrender. Okay? Let us not surrender, let us be strong, let us be the soldiers of Christ, those fortresses, okay, that are withstanding all kinds of pressure, all kinds of seduction that the devil may bring to us. Let us rely on our Lord. We have His support, we have His power. We just need to learn how to rely on Him and use this power, not to get weak in faith. What happens now, why we are losing our positions? Because we are weak in faith, and we are very worldly. We're very much attached to this world. We need to get stronger spiritually and be ready to fight as much as we need. Let the Lord help us and give us blessing and joy. God bless.